Using this Remotion agent that I created out of a Claude project, I was able to use this context in these skills to upload a YouTube video transcript from my last YouTube video, and I was able to create a video using Remotion, which looks like this.
If you make content, you know this problem. You either rebuild everything from scratch every time, or you copy paste and hope nobody notices.
So if you're a coach or content creator who wants to save time using Remotion to repurpose your content, then this video is for you. So let's get started. Really quick, just in case you're interested, I'm starting up a Skool community called Simple Content Collective. It's where I share different ways to save time for content creation using Claude. I have the main section here, community section. There's a classroom that I have with some tools free for anybody that joins. Tool suite here that I created. Another one here, there's a prompt vault and also content repurposer tools that I built up. Also going to be posting some workflows, and then here is where I post all of my YouTube tutorials. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. I will have a link in the description. So before I get into how to install Remotion and get into show you how to use it, I just wanted to mention really quickly, this is the main website for Remotion, and this would be the actual, and actually let me go ahead and make it bigger so you can see. This will be the command to run in the command prompt. I'll show you that here in a little bit. For my version, I use 11 Labs. I have this plan here. It's the 90,000 credits. I believe it's like $50 a year. I cloned my voice and I put that in the video, but you could actually use any one of these voices, and there's a lot of different voices you could use. Just as an example, I'll let you hear this one here so you can see exactly what it sounds like.
The stillness of the evening was pierced by the sudden wail of a distant siren.
And here's my voice, what it sounds like.
Sensitive to symptoms could enhance security.
So the way I did it was when I went into, again, I'll show you here in a minute, when I went into VS Code to actually create the video, I actually had to copy the voice ID, and I had to tell it specifically use this voice ID for the voiceover and narration. And then also I had to get the API key, which I already have the API key for this, and tell it to use 11 Labs. So it'll use the actual API key that I give it, and it'll use that for the voice narration. So anyone can do the same thing, or they could just create the video itself, and then you can just narrate over it yourself, however you want to do it. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and get into showing you how to install it and use it. Quickly, I wanted to mention as well, when you go to install Remotion, before you install it, make sure you install this as well, Node.js. I will go ahead and link it down in the description. So you would just come into the website, you'd click Get Node.js, and then you would just install it based on whatever your operating system is. They have Windows, also, Mac OS, Linux, everything else. So you would just download this Windows installer and then just download it that way, because without it, Remotion will not run. By the way, I'm going to link everything in the description. So I'll link 11 Labs, I'll also link this. And I'll also include the skills that I use so you can create your own Remotion agent to help you create the scripts and everything like that. So what you want to do is click on this first to copy it. This is the command. Go to your search and type in CMD, enter. It'll bring up your command prompt. What you'll want to do is paste that in and then go ahead and hit enter. And it asks you right here, need to install the following packages. So it's going to install it. You just type in yes or just hit Y. And right here you can choose however you want to, whatever you want to install. I just chose blank when I did it, but it gives you all these different ones. I mean, you can try and look through them if you want when you actually go do it. So what I'll do is I'll just have it set to blank and I'll hit enter. Directory to create your project. I'll just type it in as my videos test and hit enter. It's going to ask you add Tailwind CSS, hit yes, add agent skills, hit yes, yes again, and then now it's going to say select skills to install. You can actually install them all, which is what I did. You up and down arrows will go through them. Just hit the space bar to add the plus. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the space bar on all of them, and then hit enter. And then it's going to ask you install to all detected agents, recommended install to all 31 detected agents. So less specific. I would say all. Just click on all, hit enter. It's going to ask you a bunch of questions, by the way, as you're installing this. You have to go through all this when you first install it. Installation scope, project, installing current directory committed with your project, yes. Symlink recommended. Proceed with installation. I click yes. And now it's starting to install. Done. Copy to my test. So the way you actually have this thing run is it tells you right here, get started by running, and you have to CD into the actual folder. CD just means change directory. So what you'll have to do is you could just do CD in small letters, in lowercase, type in my dash video dash test, because that's where it actually installed Remotion. And there it is. You'll see you're in there now. Then you just go lowercase npm space I. Now it's running. And then to actually run it, you'll have to type in the next thing, which is npm space run space dev. And once you do that, it'll actually run, and you'll see it pop up in the browser. It'll open in the browser. It gives you that little warning. Now you can type in npm space run space dev. And now it's saying my test Remotion Studio, and it's actually rendering. So see localhost 3000, and right here it's opening up. And this is actually the interface. So like when it creates a video, you'll click it here and you can play it, and it'll show the different scenes, and you can go through and test everything out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the agent that I created, this project in Claude, to get started. You could also just be in a normal chat if you want to, in a cowork chat. So what I'll first do is I'll type in my brand voice skill, and I will submit this this right here, which is the small little prompt I came up with. That's simple, and it actually names this one of these contexts right here. So what I did was I put use your uncapped creativity and draft a script for scenes for a video based on the uploaded transcript. These scenes will be for a LinkedIn TikTok style carousel type video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the actual plan first before I go into Claude Code, and then I'll upload that plan into Claude Code, and I'll say follow the instructions in the plan. So what I'll do is I'm going to upload the transcript first here, and let me go into find the folder. So this is the transcript here. This is on one of the last few videos that I did on YouTube. And I will go ahead and send that off. By the way, I'm using Sonnet 5 for this, so it's going to keep it into my brand voice. And once it's finished with this, I will be back to show you what it came up with for the actual prompt. So this is what it came up with. You can see here, it's got the video script, and you can actually look at it in the folder. So the way I do it is I just go over it, and just to look at the production notes, I click show in folder, and I actually Control-C to copy the file. And then I go back into the actual place that this is at. I have it under VS Code Remotion. This is my original one. So I will put it in here so I know where it's at. So when I go to upload it into Claude Code, I'll remember it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Claude Code. I use VS Code, by the way. You could use this app. If you wanted to use Claude Code here, you could do the same thing. You can just go in and you could just upload it here, put in the instructions, and it will create the Remotion video for you. But I'm going to use VS Code for this one. So here I am in VS Code. I'm going to go ahead and invoke the caveman skill to save on some tokens with this. And then after that comes through, I'll just hit Ultra to put it into Ultra mode. First thing I'm going to do, and by the way, I'm in the folder. This is the actual directory here for my original installation of Remotion. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll find those actual instruction files in VS Code, and where I showed you where I put them before. I will upload those here, and I will paste in a prompt. The prompt says follow the uploaded video script instructions. Use 11 labs for the voiceover narration. Use the following voice ID. I pasted in the voice ID here, which is my voice. And I put, if you need anything else, just ask. I'll go ahead and send that off. And I'll wait for it to see what it's going to do here. So once it's done, I'll go ahead and show you what's going on with it. Just as a quick side note, when you run Remotion, leave this actually running here. Don't actually exit out of it, because if you exit out of it, Remotion will not work anymore. So here's what it came up with. I'll show you real quick what the video sounds like and what it looks like.
If you're a coach, consultant, or creator using AI to write content, you're probably doing this the hard way. Write it, copy it, paste it into a doc, fix the formatting, then do it all over again for the next platform. There's a tool that does this for you start to finish. It's called Claude Code. Take any transcript, a client call, a coaching session, whatever you've got, and drop it into a folder.
So that's pretty good. You could tweak these. Obviously, you could do whatever you want in Claude Code. Like you could tell it, change the font, change the color, change the background. So here in a second, I'll go ahead and go into that and I'll try to make some changes to it and see what it actually looks like. So back in VS Code, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put in this quick little prompt to change. Make the text color light blue for each scene. And then for scene 1, add in elements to make the scene stand out more, such as icons or photos. I'll go ahead and send this off. And I'll be back to show you the outcome of what it did to make these changes. So it finished. And I'm going to see here what it did.
If you're a coach, consultant, or creator using AI to write content, you're probably doing this the hard way.
So you can see right there, it put in blue here. And all I did was add the little icon here at the end of these icons.
Write it, copy it, paste it into a doc, fix the formatting, then do it all over again for the next platform.
So yeah, it basically changed the color like I asked it to. It didn't do much for this one here. So I'm going to go into VS Code and see what I can do as far as changing that a little bit. So back in VS Code here, what I'll do is I'll put in this prompt. And what I'm going to say is for scene 1, separate each square and place a social media icon within each square. Make the icons bright so they stand out. So I'll go ahead and send this off and I'll be back to show you what it actually came up with. So back in Remotion, I'll go ahead and play this to see what it actually changed.
If you're a coach, consultant, or creator using AI to write content, you're probably doing this the hard way.
So yep, it changed like exactly how I put it into Claude Code. It separated them, it put a social media icon, and it still kept the blue color. So hopefully this video gave you some kind of idea of the way you can change videos and create them and edit them in Remotion. Again, you could use Claude Code through VS Code like I did. You could use it through the desktop app. And by the way, I will link all of this stuff in the description so you can get started yourself. So with that, I will see you in the next one, and thank you for watching.